students, welcome back. This is class 11 chapter 4 Animal Kingdom, in which we are in part 3. This part 3 starts with phylum Annelida. Annelids are actually worms. They have both internal and external segmentation. So the body surface of annelids is distinctly marked out into segments or metamered, and hence the phylum name Annelida. Annelida means rings. They exhibit organ system level of body organization, bilateral symmetry. They are triploblastic, metamerically segmented and coelomate animals. So they have a body cavity. Aquatic annelids possess lateral appendages called as parapodia. So the lateral appendages are called as parapodia. See here in Nereis we can see this lateral appendages. This is the lateral appendages which is called as parapodia. For example, it is Nereis. Nephridia help in osmoregulation and excretion. So the excretion is done by nephridia. Neural system consists of paired ganglia connected by lateral nerves to a double ventral nerve cord. So the neural system has a paired ganglia and it is connected by the lateral nerves to a double ventral nerve cord. The reproduction is sexual, but they are hermaphrodite in nature. That is, both male and female sex organs will be present in the same animal in case of earthworms, whereas in Nereis it is dioecious, that is the sexes are separate. So the examples are Nereis, Paratima, that is earthworm. Coming to the next phylum, that is phylum Arthropoda, which consists of the insects. Actually, this phylum Arthropoda is the largest phylum of Animalia, which includes insects. 2/3 of the known species belong to this phylum Arthropoda. They have organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, segmented and coelomate animals. These Arthropoda also, these insect bodies are segmented. The body is covered by chitinous exoskeleton. So the body is covered by chitin exoskeleton, which is made up of chitin. The body consists of head, thorax and abdomen and have jointed appendages. So the body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen, and they have a jointed appendages, which is actually wings or this appendage legs. Respiratory organs are gills, book lungs or tracheal system. Circulatory system is of open type. Sensory organs like antennae, eyes, statocysts are present, and excretion takes place through Malpighian tubules. So here the excretion takes place through Malpighian tubules. The circulatory system is of open type. So it doesn't have any tubes to carry the blood. They are mostly dioecious. Fertilization is internal, mostly oviparous, and development may be direct or indirect. So the sexes are separate, the fertilization is internal and they are oviparous in nature. They lay eggs and the development may be direct or indirect. It can come out as a direct offspring or maybe through larval stage. Economically important insects are apis, that is honeybee, and Bombyx mori, that is silkworm. Next phylum is phylum Mollusca. The phylum Mollusca is the second largest animal phylum. So it is the second largest after phylum Arthropoda. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic and coelomate animal. Body is covered by a calcareous shell and is unsegmented with a distinct head, muscular foot and visceral hump. So the body is covered by a calcareous shell, which is made up of calcium carbonate and is unsegmented. The body is unsegmented with a distinct head and a muscular foot and a visceral hump. There is a hump in the back. A soft and spongy layer of skin forms a mantle cover the visceral hump. The spaces between the hump and the mantle is called the mantle cavity. So the space between the hump and the mantle is called as mantle cavity, in which feather-like gills are present. The anterior head region has sensory tentacles. These are the tentacles. They have sensory tentacles, and the mouth contains a file-like rasping organ called radula. So here it has a file like blade-like structure, which is the mouth, that is called as radula. They are usually dioecious and oviparous with indirect development. So the sexes are separate and they are oviparous in nature. they lay eggs and the development is indirect. So the development starts with larva and then it becomes a matured organism. Example is phyla, that is apple snail, and pinctada, that is pearl oyster. They are soft bodied animals. Coming to the next phylum, the phylum Echinodermata. So Echinodermata consists of spiny skin animals. Echinos means spike, spiny, and dermata means skin. So it is named as Echinodermata. The animals of phylum Echinodermata have an endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles and hence the name Echinodermata. All are marine with organ system level of organization. The adult echinoderms are radially symmetrical. So here the symmetry is radial, so that the body can be divided into equal parts through any plane. But larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. Though the matured organisms are radially symmetrical, the larval stage immediate after the hatching of the egg is actually bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic and coelomate animals. Digestive system is complete, excretory system is absent. The digestive system is complete with the two opening, that is mouth and anus, but the excretory system is absent because it takes place through water vascular system. The most distinctive feature helps in locomotion, capture and transport of food and respiration. Sexes are separate, so they are dioecious. Reproduction is sexual. Fertilization is usually external. So the fertilization, the fusion of male gamete and the female gamete takes place externally, and the development is indirect with free swimming larva. Examples is Asterias, that is starfish, and Echinus, that is sea urchin. This Echinodermata shares a close relationship with chordate because both of them are deuterostomes, where the anus is formed first during the embryonic development and after that it is followed by the mouth. Phylum Hemichordata. Phylum Hemichordata serves as a connecting link between the phylum Echinodermata and phylum Chordata. So phylum Hemichordata consists of a small group of worm-like marine animals. They have organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic and coelomate animals. The body is cylindrical and is composed of an anterior proboscis. This is the anterior proboscis, and which has the proboscis gland that helps in excretion, a collar and a trunk. This is a collar and a trunk. Circulatory system is of open type. Respiration takes place through gills and excretory organ is proboscis gland. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is external and development is indirect. So the sexes are separate and it is dioecious in nature, and the fertilization is external and the development is indirect. The example is Balanoglossus and Sapoglossus. Actually, the Hemichordata was put under chordates before, but now they have been separated. The name Hemichordata because they contains a stomochord, which is very similar to the notochord. So they are named as Hemichordata, that is half chordates. With this, part 3 video is over. In the next part, we will see about the classification of phylum Chordata. Thank you, students.